Now, ahead of Lok Sabha elections in Delhi, Prime Minister Modi held a rally in Delhi's Dwarka today. Launching an attack on the opposition, Prime Minister said that India bloc's only agenda is family first, while BJP is committed to nation first model. Prime Minister Modi also raked up the anti-Sikh riots in Delhi and added that everyone associated with Congress is responsible for it. Listen in.
साथियों, ये सब इसलिए हुआ क्योंकि भाजपा का विकास मॉडल नेशन फर्स्ट के लिए कमिटेड है। ये हमारा जीवन मंत्र है। दूसरी ओर कांग्रेस और इंडी गठबंधन है, इनका एकमात्र एजेंडा है फैमिली फर्स्ट। इसी दिल्ली में गले में जलते टायर डालकर मेरे सिख भाई बहनों को जिंदा जलाया गया था। आज कांग्रेस की छतरी के नीचे खड़ा हर दल सिख दंगे का गुनहगार है।
I'm joined by my colleague Aishwarya. Aishwarya, Delhi votes on May 25th and it's an intense battle for the national capital. Take us through the highlights of Prime Minister's speech today.
Well, Prime Minister seems very aggressive today at the rally in Dwarka. He mentioned about a lot of points, attacked the Congress party, attacked the India alliance that is fighting in the national capital. Of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressing thousands of people at Dwarka and addressing at least 4 constituencies, clearly asked voters to come out in large numbers. But majorly, he also mentioned about the liquor policy scam and National Herald scam. He stated that the money that the Congress party had looted and this India alliance has looted, that will go back to the people, and therefore people should vote for him. There are some supporters also with me who they have attended the rally. आज प्रधानमंत्री की रैली थी, आप लोगों ने वहाँ पर सुना, काफी प्रहार किया उन्होंने। क्या लग रहा है आपको, जो आने वाले दिनों में चुनाव होने वाले दिल्ली के अंदर 7 सीटों पर कड़ा मुकाबला देखने को मिल रहा है?
क्योंकि आपने देखा कि आज जो प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने बहुत अच्छी तरह से एक्सपोज किया पूरे इंडी गठबंधन को, खास करके जो केजरीवाल की शराब पॉलिसी हो या कांग्रेस के जो लूटने की बात है, उनके पास कैश घोटाले आए हैं, जो नेशनल हेराल्ड की बात है, जो दोनों माँ बेटा जो है बेल पे हैं, तो सारी चीज़ों ने एक्सपोज की। और इंडी गठबंधन का आप देखो कि फारूक अब्दुल्ला ये बोले देश में बैठ के कि पाकिस्तान चूड़ियाँ नहीं पहन रखी, पाकिस्तान के एटम बम नहीं है, एटम बम है, तो मतलब ऐसे क्या दिखाना चाहते हैं? देश तेरे टुकड़े होंगे इंशाल्लाह। ये सब क्या हो रहा है? ये मुस्लिम के लिए से बोलना, मुस्लिम ठीक है जो हमारे देश के हैं, हम उनको नागरिक मानते हैं, सबका साथ सबका विकास बात करते हैं, लेकिन आप ये कहो कि उन्हीं को आरक्षण देंगे, ओबीसी में से उनका आरक्षण छीनना, तो ये सब कहीं भी चलने वाला नहीं है। देश की जनता बहुत जागरूक है और सब समझो। आदरणीय मोदी जी की जो नीति है, हमारा 400 पार का नारा है, इसमें देश की जनता साथ है। देश के में
Exactly. So Prime Minister also categorically stated that the votes that will be going to the local candidates over here, that will directly go to Prime Minister. He also attacked the India alliance and stated that this is a time when India is growing. Therefore the reason perhaps a stable government is very necessary. In fact, Prime Minister also stated that in the last 5 phases already NDA government has won, but now if any vote goes into the India alliance favor, then that will be a complete waste. So attack that Prime Minister launched from Delhi, now it remains to be seen that what happens on May 25 when Delhi will vote.
Right, Aishwarya, thank you so much for joining us there. Staying with election news, and war of words has heated up as we reach the penultimate phase of Lok Sabha elections. Union Home Minister Amit Shah was campaigning in Bengal's Kanti today, where he targeted the opposition India bloc. Raking up Pakistan, Amit Shah asked, can the opposition stop infiltration? Meanwhile, Agniveer scheme has also become the latest flashpoint. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi said that Prime Minister has turned Jawans into contractual labourers and that Congress will scrap the scheme if they come to power.
और जो भी उनसे तस्वीर खिंचवाने की कोशिश कर रहे
एक गठबंधन गठबंधन जो बना है उनके पास ना नेता है या न नीति है। मुझे बताओ, अगर ये लोग जीत जाते हैं तो पाकिस्तान को मुंह तोड़ जवाब दे सकते हैं क्या? अरे जोर से बोलो, दे सकते हैं? घुसपैठ रोक सकते हैं? गाय तस्करी रोक सकते हैं? ये लोगों के पास कोई नेता नहीं है। दीदी का मकसद केवल और केवल अपने भतीजे को मुख्यमंत्री बनाना है।
नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पहली बार हिंदुस्तान के जवानों को मजदूर में बदल दिया है। ये योजना नरेंद्र मोदी की योजना है, ये सेना की योजना नहीं है। सेना इसे नहीं चाहती है, ये पीएमओ से योजना बनाई गई है। तो मैं पहली बात आपको कहना चाहता हूं, इंडिया की सरकार आएगी, अग्निवीर योजना को उठाकर हम कूड़ेदान में फेंक देंगे।
Shifting focus now, and legal setback for Bengal government. Now, Calcutta High Court has cancelled all OBC certificates issued in Bengal since 2011. The High Court passed the order on a petition challenging certain provisions of the Bengal Backward Classes Act. However, the High Court added that those who have got jobs via quota, their jobs will stay unaffected. The Bengal Chief Minister, meanwhile, has called the order unfair and shameful and is likely to challenge the order in top court. Prime Minister Modi also reacted on the order and said that the Calcutta High Court order is a slap to the India bloc.
ওবিসিরা সংবিধান অনুযায়ী সংবিধানের কাঠামোর মধ্যে থেকে এই ওবিসি রিজার্ভেশন করা হয়েছে। সুতরাং তোমরা কে? শুধু একটা ভোট রাজনীতির জন্য, একদিনের জন্য 5 বছরে থাকবে বলে, 5 বছর চুরি করবে বলে, 5 বছর করে খাবে বলে, একটা কাঁচা রাজনীতির জন্য দেখলেন আপনারা সংবাদপত্রে কি ধরনের বিজ্ঞাপন দেওয়া হলো। কোর্টের রায় বলে দিয়েছে এর থেকে নিম্নমানের আর কিছু হতে পারে না। এটা অন্যায়, এটা অন্যায়, এটা অন্যায়।
आज ही कोलकाता हाई कोर्ट ने इस इंडी अलायंस को एक बहुत बड़ा तमाचा मारा है। कोर्ट ने 2010 के बाद से जारी सारे ओबीसी सर्टिफिकेट कैंसिल कर दिया है। क्यों? ये इसलिए किया गया क्योंकि पश्चिम बंगाल की सरकार ने मुसलमानों का वोट बैंक के लिए अनाप शनाप मुसलमानों को ओबीसी बनाने के सर्टिफिकेट दे दिए थे। आज कोर्ट ने तमाचा मारा है।
On to our special series on key constituencies. Now, the Anantnag constituency elections there was shifted from 3rd to the 6th phase amid concerns over connectivity and how that was impacting campaigning in the region. So now the elections here are slated to take place on May 25th, coming Saturday. It's a prestige battle for PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti, who's contesting against National Conference's Mian Altaf.
Once a separatist bastion, Anantnag Kulgam is witnessing intense election campaigning. Anantnag seat will decide fate of former J&K Chief Minister and PDP President Mehbooba Mufti. Her main rival is National Conference leader Mia Altaf. The seat has also exposed fault lines within India bloc. While both PDP and National Conference are constituents of India bloc, here they are fighting against each other and Congress is backing National Conference.
Influential Gujjar leader Mia Altaf is National Conference mascot to beat the regional and ethnic fault lines in Anantnag constituency after boundaries of the parliament seat were redrawn during delimitation. His massive following among Gujjar and Bakarwal tribes in Rajouri and Poonch districts is seen as a substantial vote bank for the National Conference. But as the challenge from his rival PDP's Mehbooba Mufti is formidable, Mia Altaf blames PDP for the present situation in Jammu and Kashmir after its alliance with the BJP in 2015.
जिन्होंने यहाँ पे बीजेपी को लाया, जिन्होंने उनके साथ गवर्नमेंट बनाई, जो इससे पहले कुलगाम की गली गली में बोलते थे कि हम अगर नहीं आएंगे तो बीजेपी आएगी, लोगों के साथ फ्रॉड किया, लोगों के साथ धोखा किया, और अगर इस तबाही के जिम्मेदार जो है ये वही लोग हैं और वही पार्टी है।
Anantnag seat is split on either side of the Pir Panjal mountains, which has limited road connectivity for the most part of the year. Mehbooba Mufti, who's running a high-pitch campaign, blames Mia Altaf for using his religious position to garner votes.
वो फतवे दे रही है, मजहबी फतवे दे रही है कि अगर आपने फलानी को वोट नहीं डाला तो आप जहन्नम में जाओगे, आपके साथ ये होगा, मरने के बाद आपके साथ वो होगा, आपको बीमारियां लग जाएंगी। तो एक जमात तो वो कार्ड खेल रही है, जो बहुत ही बदकिस्मती की बात है, क्योंकि हम समझते हैं जो पीरी मुरीदी है ये बड़ा पाक रिश्ता होता है, ये वोट का रिश्ता नहीं होता है।
Political parties are grappling with the reality of new electoral map as the delimitation exercise has drastically redrawn electoral boundaries in Jammu and Kashmir. These mountains divide one part of Anantnag parliamentary seat from the other part, which is in Poonch and Rajouri. In between is Shopian district, which has been made part of Srinagar parliamentary constituency. So there is a clear geographical disconnect.
While the BJP has not fielded any candidate from Anantnag seat, it has an informal alliance with Apni Party. The BJP is hoping that scheduled tribe reservation to Pahadi community, which forms a large chunk of votes in Poonch and Rajouri districts, will pay electoral dividends. The constituency is spread over 4 districts with over 17 lakh votes from different ethnic backgrounds. The outcome may redefine political realities in high-stakes battle of Anantnag. With Nazir Masoodi, Bureau Report, NDTV.
Time for the latest in the Pune Posh crash case. The Pune police have got 2 days custody of the father of the juvenile accused. The father of the accused had been arrested for failing his legal duty as a guardian. Meanwhile, the Pune police is also pushing for the teen accused to be tried as an adult. Remember, 2 young techies were killed by the teenager driving the Porsche over the weekend. NDTV has also accessed the shocking bail order. Remember, the teen juvenile had got bail within 15 hours of the incident which killed those 2 young people. And the bail was granted under these conditions, that the teen should write an essay on accidents and observe the traffic police closely for 15 days. NDTV's also accessed this shocking bail order, which is on your screens at the moment. Shifting tracks now, and in the wake of a human trafficking racket busted recently, the Andhra Pradesh police has said that hundreds of Indians have revolted against their handlers in Cambodia, leading to these culprits being arrested. Police also claimed that as many as 5,000 youth are stuck in Cambodia for a year, where they were being coerced to carry out cyber crime and Ponzi scams by Chinese handlers. Indian Embassy is pursuing the matter with Cambodian authorities.
60 Indians rescued from a Cambodia job fraud racket to be repatriated to India. This after public protests in Cambodia, where at least 150 Indians demanding return of their passport by handlers so they can come back home. They had been reportedly lured with the offer of jobs as data entry operators in Singapore, but were forced and trapped into running cyber scams in India from Cambodian soil.
One of the victims who had approached us, he has given the figures around 5,000 for the entire country and about 150 from Vizag alone. It's quite alarming in the sense 5,000 people from India working for the last 2 years there in very inhuman conditions, and they're not being given food. And if their performance is not on expected lines, there again, they are kept under starvation for a few days. These were the confessions given by the guy who had escaped and approached us for help.
The tech-savvy youth were reportedly kept in an exclusive economic zone that is controlled by Chinese handlers. The towers had specialized sections for different kinds of cyber scams.
In India, we have, unregistered agents who are kind of, recruiting these gullible boys who are unemployed and then transporting them across to Cambodia via Bangkok or Singapore. So at the airport at Bangkok or Singapore, the Cambodian agents take over. Like the guy or the girl is literally sold to these Cambodian agents, who in turn, send back 50,000 into the account of the Indian agent. Once the Cambodian agent takes over, he takes them across from Singapore or from Thailand into Cambodia, a place called Phoi Phet. So they are in turn given intensive training for about week to 10 days on committing cyber frauds like the currently ongoing FedEx courier scams, then the fake stock market investment frauds, then task games, then cryptocurrency frauds, as well as the honey trap.
This is the video of a scam center from where gullible Indians who are online were being targeted with various kinds of cyber frauds by Indians operating from Cambodia soil.
The Visakhapatnam police has booked cases under human trafficking and fraud. The other big concern is the hundreds of crores of rupees that have been lost through this cyber scam. Just in Visakhapatnam city, that is marked as a hotspot for cyber frauds, an estimated 120 crore rupees has been lost by the public in just the last 12 months to 16 months. And that has caused a lot of societal and familial disruption. Where is this money going? Is it linked to money laundering or cyber terrorism? That is still under investigation. With inputs from Visakhapatnam and camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
News now from Kolkata, and the police there have launched a massive search operation to recover the body of Bangladesh MP Anwarul Azim Anar, who had in fact gone missing. The police believe he had been murdered and have launched a search for the MP's body. Anwarul Azim Anar had come to Kolkata for treatment earlier this month, but then went missing. The MP's family had raised the issue with Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, and her office subsequently informed diplomats in Delhi and Kolkata, who conveyed it to the police.
A shocking disappearance and suspected murder of a Bangladesh Member of Parliament, Anwarul Azim Anar, in Kolkata after he arrived earlier this month. Police say he may have been murdered at this high-end housing complex on the outskirts of Kolkata.
उनके एक जान पहचान के मिस्टर गोपाल विश्वास हैं बारानगर के, उन्होंने एक मिसिंग डायरी कराई बारानगर में, जिसके बेसिस पे बैरकपुर पुलिस कमिश्नरेट ने एक SIT गठित की और उसके बाद 22 तारीख को आज हम लोग को एक इनपुट मिला कि उनका शायद मर्डर कर दिया गया है। तो हम लोग इन द मीन टाइम लोकल पुलिस ने ट्रेस आउट किया है जो लोकेशन लास्ट जहाँ पे वो देखे थे फ्लैट में, और उसके बाद ये केस जो है CID ने लिया है इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए।
Blood spots in a flat are now being studied by the forensic team, while the police refuse to reveal anything about a possible motive.
अभी हम लोग क्या नाम है इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रहे हैं, टीम गई हुई है फॉरेंसिक की, वो देख रही है।
ये फ्लैट किसका था, कौन रह रहे थे इस फ्लैट में?
ये फ्लैट एक मिस्टर संदीप का है, उन्होंने वो एम्प्लॉई हैं एक्साइज डिपार्टमेंट में, और उन्होंने किराए पे दिया था मिस्टर अख्तरुज्जमान को,
वो क्या फॉरेन
जो कि US नेशनल है।
The Bangladesh Home Minister in a press conference confirmed that Indian authorities have informed them that the Awami League MP had been murdered and it is a pre-planned murder. The Dhaka police have made 3 arrests in the case based on inputs provided to them.
ভারতের পুলিশ জানিয়েছেন যে তিনি খুন হয়েছেন। তা আমরা ইতিমধ্যেই তাদের যে তথ্য ভারতীয় পুলিশ আমাদেরকে দিয়েছিলেন সেই তথ্য অনুযায়ী আমাদের পুলিশ, বাংলাদেশের পুলিশ এদের তথ্য অনুযায়ী তাদেরকে যারা খুন করেছেন কিংবা খুনের সঙ্গে সম্পৃক্ত ছিলেন আমরা যারা সন্দেহ করছি এবং তাদের থেকে যা আমরা তথ্য পেয়েছিলাম সেই তথ্য অনুযায়ী তাদের মধ্যে থেকে আমরা 3 জন অপরাধীকে আমরা আমাদের পুলিশ ধরেছেন।
Several angles, including the motive, are being probed in this sensational murder case, and there is a suspicion that the Member of Parliament from Bangladesh was seen here last, and his body may have been dismembered in an apartment in this building complex. But the primary focus of the investigation still remains on locating his body, because that would mean a significant step forward in this ongoing investigation, which the police are treating as a murder case. With camera person GD Shankar in Newtown, Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.